Bugatti. Ladies and gentlemen, Lions, how we doing? Previously on Kimba TV. So that looks interesting, the 71.2 to 71.4. And then obviously if you want to play this, whether it's the 0.5 or the 70,700, Happy Thursday, Lions! Yeah. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we always prepare for the levels to the upside, levels to the downside. As we approach those levels, we take a look at the data to see what the fuck going on. What do you think happened? Not here to predict the future. We're not here to predict the future to say it's going to hold or it's not. But I think we did a pretty good idea. We got a pretty good idea of how to identify levels, though. You think this is like random? You think this is random? Think it's random, ho? All right, come on, talk to me, Lions. Let's see what's going to happen, y'all. The point isn't to be able to say, oh, we're in a long here. Oh, it's gonna bounce from here. Oh, this isn't gonna hold. The point isn't to do that. It's not about to predict the future. It's about identifying levels. So if it does nuke or if it does pump, you're not freaking yourself out. Woke up 15 minutes ago. We drew this box yesterday. Y'all. We drew this box yesterday. How? G. Jones says, this is why you said let's leave that box till the morning. Exactly. Yeah, so let's see what happens. But I would say based off of these 30-minute candle closes, we identified that level pretty well. Whether it holds or not is up to the market. But I would say that we identified this level pretty well. Schwiggity schwaggity. Are we Gucci? Longers, I'm rooting for you. Shorters, I'm rooting for you. Happy Thursday, bitch. The difference is when I drew this box, I was already thinking about I'm probably not going to short that bearish retest. So if I'm not going to take a bearish retest, but I'm thinking long could go down here, then I'm thinking to myself, I'm probably going to get into a hedge short if this dump is going to happen before it happens. So you just have to plan it, Azaz. If you're thinking about taking this long, then you're probably having to think about if you're taking that head short or not. So it's up to you as long as you planned. But if you're thinking, okay, there's a chance it could go down here. There's also a chance that this long might not work out. If this long does work out, I don't think I want to take that bearish retest. Therefore, that means I need to get into a short before this dump happens. That makes sense? You're already thinking about this bearish retest when you draw this box. Because if this actually works, then we would want to try to rotate all the way back above this again. So that makes sense. I think it would be a little bit more bullish if it actually did go up there. Because on the contrary, Azaz, if you're in a short, you don't want to go back. If you're in a short, you want this to just fail right here and then go down here. All right? If you're in a short, you want to rotate from here to here. And it's almost there. No, but real talk though, you guys loving this shit? I hope this is making sense, y'all. I really hope it clicks for some of you guys. Stop loss and profit. Identify levels to the upside, identify levels to the downside. As it approaches that level, look at the data to see if you have a true edge. Plan and anticipate. Ladies and gentlemen. So, how crazy is it? Did anybody get in on the dot? Should I close my short? No. No. You do not need to close your short. What is your invalidation for the short? The most important thing, brother, is that you do what you feel is right. If you're the type of trader, okay, trader one, okay, has his own ideas and enters, but then allows other people to input the rest of the trade. Should you close it? Should you stop it out? You know, should you let it run? This is somebody else's idea, okay? So when you combine these two, it's garbage, okay? The person that says, this is why I'm entering and this is why I'm getting out, he learns much better. If you enter because of the reasons you want to enter for, but then you start to Frankenstein your TA, you take a little bit of my TA, and you take a little bit of this person's TA, and you take a little bit of this person's TA, don't do that. Have you heard the term, when God asked for feedback, he ended up with a camel, but when he designed his own animal, he ended up with a horse? When God asked for feedback, he ended up with a camel. When he did his own thing, he ended up with a horse. Quit playing with me. So do you. If the objective is to learn, you have to stick to your plan. If you took a short, I would assume you already had your stop loss and profit. Okay? Do you see how I'm doing me? I don't give a shit what anybody else says. You see how I'm just doing me? You see how I'm planning and doing me? You see how I'm planning and doing me? Let's go, y'all. 657 Bitcoin at 68,200. What they doing? Manipulation. Testnet. It's gotta be testnet. There's no way anyone is this good. He's bullshitting, y'all. How many of y'all were here when I told you guys that I got filled on dot? And you know that if it is a swing fail pattern, it can't lose the golden pocket. So even though you didn't get filled with me, you said, all right, Kimba's in, copy trade. At least I'm gonna do it the right way. Filled. How many of y'all are waiting for a higher high so that stop loss can be moved up to break even? How many of y'all are, maybe took a couple of L's and you can't afford to take this loss, so you already have your stop loss at break even? How many of y'all are in a biddy long? Hands up if you're in a biddy long. Hands up if you're in a biddy short. Hey, bulls, bears, we're all lions. I say this every day, but how cool is the planning, y'all? If there's one thing that you get from the stream, I hope it's that planning is a good thing. Iruzi says, you took the 786, didn't you? Yes, I did. Okay, don't copy trade. Okay, first off, how much did I TP on TapBit? Hands up. How much did I TP on TapBit? When I shaved the 65 Bitcoin long from 57.3, how much did I realize on TapBit? There you go. There you go. A little less than half a milli. A little less than half a milli. A little less than half a milli. It was like 380 something or 360 on Biddy. And don't forget about the ETH. I think some of y'all are forgetting about the ETH. Some of you guys are including the ETH. Okay. But I'm playing with profits. Okay. Do not copy trade this. Okay. Iruzi goes, you got filled at the 786, didn't ya? Iruzi. I did. And I don't know if you guys remember my ETH long, but I forgot to take it off of cross again. So I'm on some like goofy cross shit and I can't switch it back to isolated. Yeah, but do you want to see how I did it? Do you want to see how I did it, Iruzi? I love that you hit me with, you got filled at 786, didn't you? I love that. Why did I get the troll voice though? You know what? I apologize. I should have gone with Steve Harvey. The exchange shows you where I entered. The exchange shows you where I entered. Is that just not Kimba Box? Is that just not Kimba Box? Hello? Do not copy trade this. But talk to me, Iruzi. Iruzi. We got to show some love to Iruzi because, my boy, I'm just doing me. I'm just doing me and I'm doing math. Did you see that? Sir, did you see that little green dot at the very bottom? You see that? No. And Iruzi, I know that you didn't mean to be cheeky at all. I completely, I shouldn't have done the troll voice. I actually really appreciate you. And I think you put a smile on my face because you didn't ask me, hey, did you get stopped out on dot? Hey, are you longing dot? You straight up went to the jugular. You said you got filled at the 786, didn't you? Guilty as charged. And look, man, I can still get round tripped on this, okay? This is not a signals group. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. You know, but you should always protect your capital. If you don't know what you're doing, okay? Or if you're not playing with look at the margin, by the way. Hold on. Look at my margin. Look at my leverage. I didn't mean to do cross. It's on by default. I can't fucking switch it. But look, I'm 3x. You heard? You know what I mean? Do you know whether or not I showed this, would it really matter? I can't show my Kraken. Do you know how big my Kraken is? Pull the fib on Kraken and tell me what my entry is on Kraken. Because I got a nice little thing on Kraken. We need to get above that. What a perfect timing to be looking at this. Look at this.
It's over.
Look at this.
Going to zero.
Look at this.
Zero.
Look at this. The math is the math. Oh my God, I put all of my protections in time, dudes. Oh my God. Do you see what I'm saying? You gotta read the data. You gotta read the data. So what do I always say, y'all? You gotta identify your levels, and then once it gets to that level, you've got to be able to tell me if it's bullish or bearish. Who just mentioned this? What perfect timing, y'all? ETH ETF denied? Oh, I'm not surprised. Anybody surprised? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Ladies and gentlemen, the math is the math. We can't predict the future, but I swear to God, we're pretty goddamn good at finding levels. What the fuck? And then all you got to do is figure out, is it bullish or bearish? That's it. Just identify the levels and look at the data and figure out if it's bullish or bearish. Check out ETH Wick. 45 minutes until traditional market close. 45 minutes until Macaulay Culkin hour. Are y'all ready? Market very easy says, what time do you have to go? I will leave at the end of Macaulay Culkin hour. And then I'm just going to do a little bit of shopping with baby girl and eat dinner. I'll poke my head in later tonight. Do you have any questions though, brother? Let me know if you have any questions, my boy. Exo says, what a day, man. Top short, bottom long, doing only Letuche and Kimba vibes. Let's go, Exo. Motherfuckers juicing today. Schwiggity. 12 more minutes on the 30-minute candle close. You haven't had a body close below 75786. Quit playing with me. Juice is the juice. Come on. Macaulay's going to be interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Macaulay is basically going to decide if baby girl's watch needs to be sterling silver or it can be platinum. Wysex says facts. Talk to me. I know you know. Bug says, I'm getting my new car Monday. Wysex says, I'm biased bearish short term until EQ 65610. Nice. Mr. Steal Your Food. Is that you, Phantom? Owner in the house, Lolaquy in the house, Lil Whale in the house, Me Clown in the house, Nekazar in the house. How we doing? Glazes says, RIP to all dot copy traders. What do you mean? What was my stop loss? What was my stop loss? What do you mean RIP? Testnet mathematics. Testnet mathematics. I mean, don't be mad. I showed y'all what my stop loss was. I showed it.
Letuche, motherfucker.
I showed it. I showed it. Testnet.
I said, are you strong? They said, I'm strong if you strong. And I said, we strong then.
So yeah, there is a level that has to get reclaimed. What I would like, and it's a a pretty simple concept that I think you would understand without me really explaining it. Value area high, value area low. Holy shit, my mouse. So there's different ways that you can react upon it. When you try to get back above it, you can fail auction and then you can fall, right? But you can also do things like you can try to break back into a value area high and turn that into resistance, but fail auction that and flip. So there's a couple of things going on, Aritodo. First things first, just from a structural standpoint, your voice is gone. Yeah, I know. Crazy, right? Too much hoo juicing. Pretty typical for a Thursday and Friday, though. Usually my sleep deprivation is peaking. My voice is usually pretty gone Thursday, Friday. Pretty normal. But so that we've been talking about a bullish retest of that level, right? That's that zone right there. So that isn't that surprising, but let's not also forget about some value levels too. So do you see the previous month value area high? Do you see the previous month value area high, Aritodo? So we were above it, okay? So like I just said, if this is value high, value area low, and you do something like this, the most bearish way that this could play would be to swing fail that, right? The most bullish way that you could fail this would be to swing fail that. What would be the second bullish way that you could fail this? You could actually have a failed auction. So I would love previous month value area high, right? It's going to try to turn it into resistance. Try to turn it into resistance, okay? It has back tested it once now. Try to turn it into resistance. If we do this, dink, 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 what did we just fail? Turning that into resistance. And then we would aim for a higher high. So you have things like previous week open, previous week value area high, previous month value area high. Obviously you have like the daily shit, okay? So on top of that, you also have this going on. So there's a volume-based level. There's a fixed range-based level, okay? Because you could theoretically do something like this. You could do one where you don't break out, or you could extend this and include the new data. So if you lose this low, or if you lose that low, so what we want to ideally see is that we can start to turn these levels into support. Alrighty, Aritodo. And I'm front running a couple of things. I'm front running .BTC holding its daily bull div. So here's your, this is the daily on .BTC, right? Have you been with me when we were talking about this? You with me on this? So I'm front running that bull div on the daily, and I am front running that all of those bad highs can get cleaned. If I really wanted to be conservative, I would have waited until those highs not only got swept, but it got turned into support. And I would have this sort of structure. Okay, and I could decide I could get in there on like that type of thing, or I can get some sort of pullback one more time, golden pocket 0.5, see if I can get in on something like that. But I'm front running a bunch of stuff, right? And before I go to bed, I'll play like a little bit of Warzone, but baby girl is already asleep. I got to go to bed early too. And before I go to sleep, I will, I'll put my stop loss at break even. Go. All right. Have a great night, y'all. Stay safe. Love ya. Market makers, do yo thing. Get nasty, yo. Have a great night. Peace, everybody. Oh, musical control. Sorry. I got you. There you go. Good. All right. You guys have musical control. Bugatti. Have a great night. Peace, everybody.